Hi, my name is Sean, and I will be the coach.
And my name is Morgan, and I will be the coaching partner.
And this is HSC 440 coaching session week 6. So, Morgan, to begin, I just want to go over the confidentiality again. So, as part of my coaching, I would like to record our interaction today to assist me in improving my interviewing skill set. The recording will only be listened to by myself and Arizona State University trainers involved in my coaching. To protect your privacy, I will avoid using your name whenever possible. Participating in this recording is entirely voluntary. If you wish not to be recorded, that is okay. If you agree to participate but wish at any time to stop the recording, I will do so at your request. Do you offer your permission to be recorded for these purposes?
I do.
Okay, so today we are going to go over a couple long-term goals and I guess you could say 2 short-term goals that would affect those long-term goals.
Okay.
We will also be going over some of your wellness vision form.
Okay.
All right, so to begin, what would 2 long-term goals be for you?
So for me, I think 2 long-term goals I would like to set for myself would be eating consistently, healthy consistently, and with that, writing down my food in a food journal. And then secondly would be meal prepping consistently for 3 months.
Okay, I think those are 2 great goals to have. What do you think 2 weekly goals would you need to improve upon those long-term goals?
I would say exercising 3 to 4 times a week. And lastly, I think finding positives about myself. So like picking one positive about myself daily for the week, writing it down and putting it somewhere where I can see it to remind myself about the positives to keep me going.
I really like that last one because being positive is probably one of the biggest ways of reaching your goals. Being able to tell yourself, okay, you're doing great. You just need to keep on going. That type of stuff is what makes people reach their goals. So now I want to go over the wellness vision form. So what type of things makes you thrive? What makes you feel alive?
For me, I thrive off of um, seeing others happy and knowing what like I've put into a particular situation has helped somebody either succeed or made their day better or has just kind of improved their feeling about whatever they're feeling at that time. So I really thrive off of just helping other people.
That's great. Normally seeing other people, I guess, thrive or be happy and you having an input on that kind of motivates yourself in doing the same. So that is a great thing to thrive about. What are 3 things or 3 strengths that you think you have?
Um, 3 strengths that I think I have are I'm organized, I am energetic, and lastly, I would say optimistic.
Okay. I definitely think those are 3 great strengths to have. I mean, when it comes to goals, being organized is one of the best things to be able to do. It makes it easier. Being energetic, that is something that it keeps you going, keeps you wanting to reach that goal. And I actually really like the optimism one. A lot of people don't normally think of that as a strength for themselves, but I'm glad you do. Um, are there any type of compliments that you get from people?
The one I know that I get the most is that I have a welcoming smile. So, um, especially with people that I work with, I find that that's the biggest compliment that I get, that I don't have a problem with um, being approached by people. I have a very approachable look to me where people are automatically um, comfortable around me.
Well, I mean, that's a great compliment to have. That is definitely something that mostly shows that you are a people person, and I can definitely see why people are kind of like attracted to being comfortable around you. Um, in life, what do you think is most important to you?
To me, I would say um, seeing my family do well is definitely most important to me. I always want to do what's best for them and um, put myself and my family in a position to succeed. So I would definitely say just their well being um, is definitely important to me at the end of the day.
You really seem to want, I guess, success for others. Um, Even earlier when we talked about what makes you thrive, you even said you like to see other people's happy. So is that something that kind of, I mean, seeing other people's happiness, seeing your family do well, seeing your family's overall well being, what does that do for you?
Um, I can't really tell you what it does for me. I just know that I I guess I get a feeling, just like a feeling of happiness that um, creates this drive for me to keep going, and it just gives me, I guess, the reassurance that I'm doing the right thing, and and that's why I continue to do it.
I really like that answer. I really like how you said that drive. It drives you when you see your family and others doing well, because I can definitely see that. Um, what do you think, or what do you aspire to be or to achieve long term?
Um, Long term, I would just overall want um, to be healthy at the end of the day, to be healthy and happy, and be happy with the choices that I make. Um, I just, I guess I think about it. I don't want to regret anything at the end of the day when it comes to life, that I'm overall happy, healthy, my family's overall happy and healthy, and that there was no regrets in that process of getting there.
Well, that's definitely a great way to live. I know there's a lot of people at the end of the day that regret a lot, and I mean, sometimes having regrets can definitely affect your overall well-being. So I'm glad that you can already see that having no regrets, being happy, being healthy is what's going to make you better at the end of the day. Um, Speaking of that, what kind of person do you want to be at the end of the day when it comes to your health and your well-being?
Um, I just want to be someone who's sure of all the moves that I'm making when it comes to myself. I want to know that at the end of the day, the decisions that I make are are going to be beneficial to my health and not harm me in any way. Um, I think that would be it.
Okay, I mean, I think those are definitely things that, I mean, a lot of people try to strive for at the end of the day. Um, Being able to make or decision make, I mean, that goes back to, to decision make helpful choices. That's definitely something that, like I said, goes back to having no regrets. Next, I wanted to ask you about what elements of your health and well-being do you want to improve on? Or what do you visualize? What do you...
I guess my main thing would be consistency. I'm not consistent in the behaviors that I've and steps that I've taken so far. So I know that's what greatly hinders me at the end of the day, because I can't find a plan or make a plan that I can stick to. So definitely one would be consistency. And the second would be confidence. I would say being confident in the choices that you make and being able to stand by those choices can either benefit or hinder you if you're not confident in those choices, because you're always second guessing yourself. And I don't want to ever second guess myself when it comes to my health. I want to know that the choices that I'm making are great choices, and I want to be able to stand by those choices.
Well, I mean, I think those are great elements. I mean, consistency and confidence are two definite key points in trying to stick with your goal, your health, everything. Those are two elements that I think you had to take with you all throughout life. Transitioning into how or what to feel a great sense of well-being in your life, what two things do you need to feel?
I think I would need to feel definitely less stress, and I would say having fun throughout it. For me, stress is very big because I have a child. So change in general is always not, or at least for me, is always not something that I necessarily look forward to. Normally when I am changing something or I've started some sort of plan or behavior, I find that it gets interrupted because I have to adjust and change because of the stresses that I have, which would be my child. So less stress. And I would say more fun also falls within that, because you always find that you'll do something more often when you're having more fun. So obviously, like when I'm having more fun with these changes in my behavior, or I find little things that I enjoy through these behavior changes, I feel that I'll be more consistent and have less stress because I am enjoying myself throughout the process.
I would definitely agree with you. Having more fun definitely makes changes easier. And I would also say both more fun and stress do go hand in hand. Normally when you are having more fun, you're not thinking about the stressors around you, which makes it easier on you. During this, what challenges do you anticipate having to deal with on reaching your vision?
I mentioned this before. My child, not that she personally is a challenge, but like accommodating for her while I'm trying to change a behavior is kind of hard when it comes to eating. She's a pretty picky eater. And when I find that I'm trying to consistently eat healthy, I find that her picky eating habits kind of override my healthy eating because she doesn't want to eat something or won't eat something, or I'm making a completely different meal, and I find that at the end of making another meal or making her something different, that I'm tired and I end up just eating whatever she ate. So she's definitely going to be a challenge in the way that I'm going to have to plan around. But I think for the most part, those are the only challenges that I foresee in the future, is just planning my habits in advance to plan for me to not, I guess, fall back when it comes to her eating time.
Yeah, children are definitely, something that's difficult when it comes to a behavior change or a vision or a goal. But like you said before, and I think you already kind of know these key elements, but confidence and consistency, like you said earlier, those are definitely two things that I would keep telling yourself and keep sticking with. And those are things how you can overcome that. Lastly, though, what type of or what people, resources, I mean, anything in the environment, tools, items, do you think you can use to improve your or help you reach that vision?
To help me reach my vision, I think one, I would use my family. My family is always a good resource and a good motivator. When I'm having a hard time, they're always able to kind of give me that little extra push to get me over the hump uh, of like a setback. So I definitely my family. And secondly, I think I want to enlist the help of a journal. I think sometimes we easily kind of skip over our emotions or our feelings at the time. And when we don't identify those feelings, I think sometimes it eats away at us and we're not able to propel ourselves through that setback, and we just kind of spiral out of control and don't know where to end. So for me, I think family is going to be my biggest helper, but also enlisting some sort of journal or diary, I think is going to definitely be beneficial in getting me fully over that hump of a setback.
I definitely agree. Family is a great support system. Um, most people use family when it comes to setting a goal to support them. But I really like the journal. A lot of people don't think of a journal necessarily as a tool to improve or reach a goal. I think exactly what you said on how being able to kind of control your emotions through writing in the journal would definitely be something that I think will definitely be a tool that I think will benefit you. So, just real quick, I just want to go over what we talked about today. We talked about your two goals, which were eating more consistently, and meal prepping for 3 months. We also went over two short-term goals or weekly goals, which was exercise 3 to 4 times a week and finding more positive in yourself, and writing it down or doing whatever you can to see that positivity. We went over your or some wellness vision questions, and we what I really liked about it was that we were able to see a lot of your strengths. You already realized that organizing, being energetic and optimistic will definitely help you thrive. Um, Seeing other people happier, seeing your family do better, seeing yourself do better are things that will help you reach your goal. Um, and I like how you've already can tell that you're thinking about a tool to use to improve this goal. So I think this is a great stopping point. We can pick up our sessions for next week around the same time if that's good for you.
I think that works for me.
Okay, Morgan, I think this was a great session, and I'll see you next week.